Rashid was a humble farmer who lived at the edge of the village. His land was small, his house even smaller, but his heart was large. The only thing protecting his fields was an old, broken fence, leaning, cracked, and patched with ropes. One afternoon, as Rashid was tying it together with bits of wire, his neighbor, Samir, walked by. Samir owned big land, new machines, and always carried himself with pride. He smirked. "Rashid, look at that fence of yours. Even a goat could walk through it. Why bother? You should be ashamed." The villagers nearby chuckled, shaking their heads. Rashid stayed quiet. He wiped the sweat off his brow and simply replied, "It may be weak, but it still stands." Days later, dark clouds gathered. The wind howled through the village. That night, a terrible storm unleashed rain like no one had seen in years. Rivers overflowed, and before dawn, a flood swept through the valley. The villagers woke to chaos. Samir's proud fields, with their strong wooden fences, collapsed under the rushing water. His animals panicked, his crops drowned. He shouted desperately for help, but the water was too strong. And then he saw something unbelievable. Just a few meters away, Rashid's old broken fence, patched with ropes and wires, had bent with the current but had not broken. The water rushed through its cracks and gaps, but instead of shattering, it let the flood pass. Behind it, Rashid's goats were safe, his crops still standing. When the water finally receded, the villagers gathered. Samir stood speechless in front of Rashid's field. His pride was gone. His voice trembled as he said, "I mocked you, but your broken fence saved everything. Mine was strong, but it fought the flood and fell. Yours bent, but it survived." Rashid smiled softly. "Sometimes, what looks weak is actually stronger than pride." The villagers nodded in silence. That day, Samir learned a lesson he would never forget. Stories like this remind us that true strength isn't always what it looks like. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because every click helps us bring you more stories of hope and humanity.